check. Hey, everybody. Thank you for hanging out, man. It's cool. I'm telling you, I swear to God, it's cool to come here and see everybody here already. None of that talking to an empty screen like it's full of people. Cool. I love that. You guys can hear me okay, I hope, right? According to this, you should be able to. Microphone's good. Thank you. Mad, good talk today. Hey, Billy, MPN, Cheryl, JD, searching. Who else we got? Oh, wrong mouth. I keep doing that. 2 different computers, 2 different monitors. Let's see. Well, let me go from the top. We got Mad Hatter, we got Cheryl, we got Billy Ray. Billy Ray. We have Mr. Mick. Mr. Mick. I heard you and Mad, man. Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. MPN. And let's see. JD Play Nice. Billy. Peggy. Hi, Peggy. All right. I think I got everybody. So that is so cool. So again, cool, man. Friday night, Saturday night, actually any night you guys just want to hang out with me, that just blows my mind. I am greatly appreciated. I greatly appreciate that, I should say. Thank you. So know that to be real. So how's everybody's Friday? Well, for me, it's 9:30 at night. So how was everybody's Friday so far? I'm sure Greasy will jump in here shortly, and Derek, and Uncle Raymond. Cheryl, hey Cheryl, look what I'm wearing. Here you go. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right, Billy. You're working. Now, let me ask you this. Since you start day shift Monday and you're off weekends, are you off tomorrow and Sunday? Or are you working straight through it? Multi. Wow. 2:30 a.m. No, you're off, or no, you're working straight through? Or no? Derek, what's messed up? Uh-oh. She okay, Peggy? Sorry to hear that. Hmm. Um. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if he's doing that or not. So, ooh, she got in a fight with a mad cat. Mad or like rabies mad? Because I mean that's a whole different thing. Either way, it's bad, but rabies one would be worse. Just mad. Okay. Well, mad. Why are you fighting with Peggy's daughter? Okay. Um. let me say this. I did not watch the show last night. You guys should know who I'm talking about. Those of you who did, thank you for the defending. I spent almost 2 hours on the phone with Mad today, an hour on the phone with Puppy, and another person about an hour and a half who didn't want to be mentioned, so I won't say the name. But as soon as I heard what went on, I figured that Mad or Mr. Mick. So, but thank you guys, seriously. That right there. But that's all I'm going to say about it. So, uh, Billy, are you off this weekend or do you have to work straight through? Just say off or on. Well, thank you, Mr. Mick. I heard, believe me, I heard everything that happened. Um, still working through the weekend. Wow, that does suck. Been there. I actually wish I could still say I've been there, but I'm not allowed. So, yeah, so thank you guys for that. And that does mean a lot. Well, there's so much I could say about that, but I didn't watch it, so I'm not going to, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But just know, very appreciative. I am very appreciative about it. Thank you. Well, little people have little minds, so it's over with. All right, now I figure out why my mouse is acting up on me. Okay, so for tonight, thank you, Matt. Again, thank you, everybody. Seriously. Um, Thank you, Derek. Hey, Steve. Well, I will say this. The only thing that bothers me is one parts donation I had to send back, and one that was coming now isn't. So, and if they thought that was going to hurt me, yeah, it does. But who it hurts is the people who could have helped get their guitar going. So, I am really, really low on guitar parts now. So, Steve, I gotta have both. Yeah, yes, yeah. It's like a I am. There's a couple operations in the very near future, but I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. So I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm doing good, and I love sitting here for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. As long as you guys want to sit and watch, I am fine with that. I don't care about um, the workings of YouTube and how it works and whatever. I'm on here to do what I want to do, to help you guys out. So that's it. Searching for tone. You're going to send me a M&M Firefly. What is I don't. Cool. Thank you. What is a M&M? Derek. Yeah, Peggy got it right there. Anything. Because I am like super. If I got 2 guitars to come in here tomorrow to get done to give out to people, I could get one done, not the other. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, the fact that hurts people who could have benefited from it. That's the part that gets me. So, but again, little minds, no thoughts. All right. So, let's move on from that. And again, thank you guys. But any parts could be neck, bodies, pickups, pick guards. Although I am good on Strat pick guards. Torsen, I do have probably about 10 of those now. But I'm good on Strat pick guards. But I'm pretty much low on everything else. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, sir. That will go to that'll go to somebody who needs it. Thank you. All right. So, any questions? Questions? Concerns? Suggestions? I can't remember the order I said that. Criticism. I can take any of them. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much. You guys email me. You see the email there. Email me, and I'll get you. Oh, and I'll get you the address. Hold on, Billy. My phone is charging. Let's see. Billy did. I saved a picture of that. But it's still in the chat. Billy did another. Telling you, if you want some kind of Frankenstrat, you don't want to do it yourself. Check with Billy. Okay, I'll have to show the video. All right, restart. So this is Billy's newest project. Let me restart it here. Let me shut the light out. Well, he got it done now. It's over with. But I mean, as far as the project goes. Okay. Well, let's see if I can start it. Oh. Well, I'm trying to hold the phone up, and you're going down. There you go. And then his Billy, you mind if I show the wall? And by the way, he did receive the striped guitar and the EVH today. There's his wall of Eddie. Now he needs a wall of Randy, although there's only 3. So good job, Billy. Let's see, Matt. Let's see. Wait, what'd you say? If your guitar is equipped with staggered locking tuners. When you mean staggered, are you talking? Are you like 4 and 2 or 3 and 3 or in line that go down as they go? Thank you, Jerry. I'm serious. Anything. I don't. I take. I don't. I don't. I'm not picky about it because I've fixed guitars that were older than me, and old stuff. So I never know when those guys at the stores or the music schools call me and say, "Hey, so and so's got this guitar. Can you fix it?" So I never know what they are, so I don't turn down anything. A year and a half ago, Greasy Monkey sent a bunch of parts, and I was ecstatic because there was a set of like open back Kluson type tuners, which I needed, and it turns out they were Godo. I was like, yeah, and I started pulling them out of the box, and there was only 5. And then about 6 or 8 months later, I got another box from him, and he had found the 6th one and got it to me. 6 inline staggered locking tuners. Hey, Garguts. So you're talking about the ones like the E and A are higher, and as they go down, then the D and G would be lower, and the B and E is even lowest. If that's what you're talking about, no, you don't need them necessarily. I have one set of those. I have some, Jerry. I don't know how low they go. I have a couple. Let's see. Billy Ray's got something cooking, something real different. Okay, yeah, Mad. Normally you don't have to, but it also all depends on the drop from the nut to the top, the very top of the headstock where they bolt to. If it's kind of more of a shallow, those tuners do what they're supposed to do. But if it's a real deep drop, then you may have to put a couple back on it. Or the neck of an LP, so it's got to be an arch top. That I don't know if I have. I'll have to look. But I will look. Yeah, if it's a real deep angle, then you're going to have to. If it's not, then the tuners will be enough. Okay, I'll look, Jerry. When we get over there, I'll look and see what I have. So tonight, I'm going to do 2 things. If the one idea we talked about last night works, it might be pretty cool. So I already have the Strat sitting on the bench, and we're going to put a Floyd, because I only have Floyd nuts for it. And we're going. You're welcome, Jerry. We're going to attach a Floyd nut behind the nut of the Strat, leave it floating, see if that helps everything in tune. And then I do have Garguts' guitar over there, and I want to take the pickups and stuff off of it and start stripping it all the way down. So, yes, those are all flat top, except every one of my Jacksons and Charvels are flat tops except for one. This one is an arch top. And I don't I really don't care that much for an arch top. That's just my personal preference. But this guitar felt so good that I kind of overlooked it. So let me turn the light back on. So yeah, but that is an arch top. So that's the only one of my soloists that I have that is an arch top. The rest are all flat. And this was the newer design, the newer headstock, which at first I hated this headstock. Then it kind of grew on me because here it almost looks like it stuck out this much more and it broke off. So they just put the 3 tuners down here. That's kind of like how I was thinking about it. But this is the one I did with titanium. The Floyd is all the fine tuner and everything is all titanium. I colored in the logo on the tremolo itself, colored in the lines on the Fishman. So it's all, I put that, I don't know if you can see that. That's red with the Punisher skull. And then up here, I did the red titanium under the strap button, or the tuner buttons. You can see, yeah, the red in there instead of the white or black plastic. So, but this is the only one I have that is an arch top, and again, it was just because the way it felt played is why I ended up with this one. So, rest of them are all flat. Even my ones from the 80s are all the flat too. Thank you, Jerry. That one or the original one? I hated that one at first. I thought, what are they trying to do? Then Fender even took it, and I don't know how many guitars they actually put out with them on there, but they didn't do it very long. They took the word Jackson off completely and just put the J. Oh, there you go. You got routes out your Frankie bodies? Frankie Mir body. Cool. Yeah, I will tell you this. Owning a mirrored guitar, if you have OCD and want to keep stuff clean, it's not easy. It could be used for that, man. So the guitar from Hawaii, let me check, see where it's at. I keep getting notifications about basketball games live, and I could care less about basketball. I'm strictly football guy. Let me see. Billy's 2 guitars got delivered 3 days early. They said Monday. So, oh, it's not UPS. I'm sorry. US mail. Okay. It is he created the label on the 30th. On May 1st, post office in Honolulu was in possession of it. On May 1st, I mean. May 1st, it departed. And May 1st, it arrived at the USPS regional origin facility in Honolulu. And now, May 5th, it is in transit to the next facility, arriving on time, and the estimated delivery is Thursday, the 21st. So that thing's basically taken 22 days to get from Hawaii to Ohio. I'll get the phone back in. So that one will be here. Yeah, I have no idea what it looks like. Don't even know what it is. He said the name. I'd never heard it before. At least I don't think I did. So we'll find out. I know he wants stainless steel jumbo frets, and what was great is he told me what pick thickness he uses, how hard he hits, and where he prefers the action to be. So that's how I'm going to set it up. So, Steve, you've done a mirrored guitar thing for years. Well, I've always wanted that. When those first came out, I always wanted one and never got it. Then I got ripped off on Reverb, got my money back, and then that night, or the next night, Greasy Monkey sent me a message, made me an offer on his that I could not refuse. So, pretty good. So, all right, any other questions? Questions? What do I always say? Questions, comments, concerns, criticism. That's it. Any questions, comments, concerns, or criticism? Yeah. Hey, there he is. Greasy. So before I go to the bench, okay, since Greasy's here and we're talking about the mirrored guitar, my favorite pickup brand is Seymour Duncan. As far as which model, it just depends on what I'm playing, what song I'm recording, because everyone in here except for one, Sandoval's got DiMarzio's because that's what Randy had, and that one has a no, that does have Seymour Duncan covered. Seymour. So I have an orange soloist right there in the first orange one that has a Sir Thornbucker in it, and then the camouflage one has Seymour Duncan blackouts. The white Charvel soloist has EMG 8185. Then that red one has the Fishman. Everything else is Seymour Duncan, but they're all different configurations, even though they're the same guitar. Some with two hums and some with single hum. There's multi versions of each that, but they're all different configurations. They all do sound different. So, but since we were talking about the mirrored guitar, and I am proud to have recorded with that as quick as I did and get it done. So I will play that, and then we'll go to the bench. We're going to do one song. None of the whole thing again. All right. So this is all the guitars you hear in this. Rain away. Are the mirrored soloist behind me. Why don't you hear it? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot to shut the speakers off. Luckily, she is not in bed yet. Because all of a sudden, I felt the subwoofer kick in. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't come through the headphones like that. Come on. All right, let's try this again. Okay. So this is the mirrored soloist you're about to hear going through the Mesa oversized rectifier stack and the Engel Invader 150 watt all tube pure brutality. Here we go. What is going on? Okay, well, do this. I think I have it on here. Yep, right here. There you go.
And queens in a land of dragons, wizards and dreams. Men wore suits of steel, riding stallions of stone, fighting for their honor in a world to call their own. Across the fields of blood, you'll hear the swords clash. You'll hear their shields smash, though many are falling.
mess up right there at the end. Dun, dun. But anyhow, there you go. And that is that guitar right there. And Ava's in here. Hear that, or somebody just snuck up behind me? Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. Here, tell you what. Come up here for a minute. Let's see if you do this. Come here. Here. Come up here. Here. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Come here. Up here. Come on. All quit being shy. Here. Come here. Come here. Avis, come here. Avis. Nope. Doesn't want it. Thought maybe she might want to jump up here and say hi to everybody. Thank you, Mad. Yeah, that song, I don't know what it is about that song, but the way that he mixed it, it kind of, even though it's about knights and shining armor and all that, the sound of it, the way he got it all done, it sounds like a Viking song. And I swear to God, the backgrounds in that one part, I swear they're saying Valhalla. That's what it sounds like to me. But I don't know. So, what'd you say, Richard? Oh, yeah? There you go. All right, I'll tell you what. One more. One Night Eternal. Tell me how this one sounds through there. Song was recorded on that White Warrior right there. Tuned in D sharp.
Midnight whispers on tangled sheets. Moonlight dances on a silhouette so sweet. Her perfume lingers like a stolen rhyme. A fleeting touch that defies time.
Thank you, Matt.
She moves like smoke through my fingertips. Every glance a promise on her parted lips. No names exchanged in the candle's glow. Just two shadows melting slow. Then the dawn comes creeping in, turning magic back to sin. Her dress slides on like midnight sun, leaving just the scent of where she's been. Oh, one night eternal in my veins, a ghost in the chains of morning rain. Every street light, every passing train, I'll chase your shadow through the pain. Now the city's full of echoes and lies. Every dark-haired girl catches my eyes. Beggars and kings all look the same when you're drowning in a missing name. Footsteps fade on the avenue, but none of them ever sound like you. The bartender pours another
that's the one Kevin actually is the absolute best on. I don't think anybody else could have nailed that vocals like he did on that one. Jack the Ripper. Okay. No more. I'll play Jack the Ripper, then we're going to the bench. Just because Mad said it. Thank you, Jordan. That part wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to start right here.
nightmare haunting London's ground.
She wants these crackers. Hold on. There's 2 left. I'll give them to you. Come up here one more time. Come on. Look over here. Look at the crowd. No, up here. No, here. Come here. Up here. High five. Oh. Hold on. One more. Don't unplug the headphones. Hold on. All right. Go. Oh, wait. Okay. Go ahead. All right. Okay. All gone. All right, guys. Let me go over to the bench. Charge a little bit. Live. Oh, Julian, you know how you said for me, thanks for me telling you, you looked up Albert Fish? Sorry about that, but tell me these aren't listening to you. We were talking about that, correct? Okay. Today I get on here on YouTube and Screambox is on here. And it comes, very first one, Screambox did an 1.5 hour thing on Albert Fish, and it's the very first thing it pulls up on my screen. I'm like, no. Nope, no way, shape, or form. You guys can still hear me? Well, I can just do this. You guys can still hear me, right? Hear me? All right, we're off to the bench. You ate it all. See, it's all gone. All gone. Peanut butter crackers. She loves them. All right, let me switch over to the camera. Over there. All right. Hey, watch out. I don't want to back into you. Watch out, baby. She will be 8 this October. I've had her since she was 7 weeks old. She picked me out of all of them. All right. So let me get rid of that. This right here. Here you go, Garguts. There's your tremolo. You can see it better now. Big change from what it was, brother. And you got the genuine Floyd arm in there. You're good to go. This over here, out of the way. Grab my. So I can't use the Charvel stool, which is what my wife bought that for me for this. But when I turn and everything, you hear this because it's a spinning stool, so you hear all the cracking, and everybody complained about it, so I can't use it. So I have to use this old square one or rectangle one. It's all wood, and it hurts. Okay, we're going to get into this after we try this. So in tune, Fender Strat, Fender tremolos. Here's what I want to try, because where is hold on, let me move, get the other, here it is, use this one. I can set it up here and hold it. I can see better. There we go. All right. Yeah, Albert Fish is, I mean, all sewer killers are sick, but that guy took the cake, man. And it was actually suggested to me to write a song about him. I'm like, oh, no. Okay. So you can see the steep angle that is here. All right, you can see that. So with the angle of the nut, I just want to see if this works. It may not work. It may, who knows? So you see how that is made. So that's how it's actually supposed to go against the fretboard if I was to do it that way. I don't want to do that. But because this is reverse going down, I have to turn it around this way. And what I want to do, see if I can get it in here. To lock these in place. This is an experiment, people. It may or may not work. But this is kind of what the guitar nut buster does. I'm probably have to loosen that one up yet. Kind of what the guitar nut buster does. Okay. Well, that's almost like the old 80 Charvels right there. Be bolted back there to the headstock. You got a locking nut without routing anything. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this in here. And, oh, now I got to tune this back up. Yeah, there. All right. So I'm going to just stick this in there to hold it in place. So I can get these in. This is just a trial thing. It may not work, or it may surprise us and work. Who knows? We're in tune. All right. This is what I was saying. So it's pulling itself up to the string. Dang it. It's pulling itself up level to the strings. So we're working pretty good here. This is basically what the nut buster is, except it has fine tuners on it. So this is, I mean, granted, it doesn't look the best, okay? I will admit that. But here's something. If you guys don't care, you know, if the looks is not exactly the important thing here, but the functionality is, and here you go. This might work for you. If you like Mr. Mick, you know, you could have, well, you wouldn't have had full floating, but you could have put a Floyd on it. So let's see what we got. Huh, how about that? It worked. And look how it's laying in there now. You probably could bolt that down right there. The only thing is, you'd have to take it off to do a neck adjustment. But yeah. Yeah, just, you know, make sure it's completely tuned when you lock it in there. So I'm going to leave that on there. We'll try it. See how that goes. So yeah. I just put it on backwards. But you could almost bolt that. I mean, you really could. You could bolt that down there like that. Although, well, technically, if you look at it, you do it this way and bolt it down. I mean, granted, that would be, but you're coming off here down into it and then straight back to the pegs. Maybe I can, so it's, it's still movable. Maybe I can come up with a shim on the 3D printer that would fix that. Oh, Peggy, you got it. You beat me to it. I mean, that's down as far as it'll go. There you go. I've never tried this before, ever. And we came up with the idea last night thinking it might work. Didn't know. And we tried it, and guess what happened? Freaking works. Oh, I'm on the arm. There you go. So there's a guitar tip for you. I ought to cut that, I ought to make just cut a clip out of that and put it in as a guitar tip under the guitar tip playlist. There you go, guys. How about that? Yes, that is a Fiesta Red, Lewis. Yes, it is, sir. All right. Yeah, I made, yeah. I'll just put that in there, though, on the, either that or just take it back off and make a whole new one, just less than 3 minutes. Put it in there. I mean, if you have, okay, this would work. That would work great for like the Beretta Special. If you wanted to take that Strat style tremolo off of it and then deck a Floyd, you would still have to route a little bit out here, or you could file it out. And the reason being is because of this. That bar right there, the holder. So when you put that in there, on a Strat style guitar, depending on what kind of guitar brand it is, some of them it'll work. Some of them you may have to take just a little bit out to give it some room. But even that still isn't bad because it's under the bass. So even if you went back to the regular tremolo, chances are you would not see it or barely see it. But if you didn't want to route the whole body out like this to pull back, you could do that and just add that and not even have to route the neck out. There you go, Julian. That is what, that's what this channel is about. We're trying stuff out. It may work, it may not. That's what I said. We'll figure it out here. All right, let me do this first. This is Garguts' guitar. All the way from Texas. So, I mean, other than the look of that, but what you could always do, if you didn't want to directly mount it to the head, you could always take the trim or the neck, or dang it, you could always take the locking nut. You see that it's straight here, but that angle comes down. You can always put it on a sander and sand it flat, just take that hump off, bring it straight across to there, and it wouldn't look so bad. Just something to think about. We tried it and it works. Huh? There you go. But hey, what do I know? All right. Garguts, are you still here? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to. Where did my it's down here. I was over here moving stuff around today. Do this. Print. I started doing this on a lot of the guitars I do now. Label the wires inside, so anybody else gets into them, they'll know what's what and don't have to guess. But since there's 2 pickups, I only have to label 1. So I'm going to just cut this here. Here, got a lot of wire left. That around. Well, let me do this first too. Here's a tip for you guys. Another tip. Whenever you're doing something like this, especially with cameras now on your phone, it does not hurt to snap a couple photos just to be as a reference point. No matter how many you've done, what you've done, anything you can have as a reference is a way to go. All right, there we go. Now, it's off. That off. That one's ready to come out. This one ready to come out. All right. Cut that off. We're going to change that to a hard wire. Out through there. I'll have to get. Oh, that's loose. Look at that. Garguts, man, come on. Although I'll have to get some pure tones. Man, here's what I got. I've been watching this, but I just do not have the $80 or the $83 or whatever it is. Hold on. Is it Amazon or Reverb? Reverb. I wish I had the money to get this because I would be set for a little bit. Favorites. Because the pure tone jacks are going up, which I can't believe they sold them for as cheap as they did for as long as they have. Because I'm telling you, there is no better jack for a non-active guitar. But look at this right here. $84 for 20 of them. That's great. I just can't do it right now. It sucks. There's on reverb. Pure Tone, multi-contact, mono, 1/4 inch output jack, 20-pack, brand new, $84. And now some places are selling them for up to $12 a piece. All right. It's here. Okay. So we got that out. And we'll take those out together. Black cut. Cut this red one. Because I'm going to do more solid core wire in here. All right. Take this stuff out. Clean these pickups up. This one. This out of here. See, all this is that contact felt paper you get at the hobby store. I got a pack last year. Is it up there? Down here. I got a pack last year. Down here. With all these colors. For like $10. That's about half of them. I've used a bunch of them now. It was like $9.99 or $11.99. That's all it is. Get it at a hobby store. Come on. Get out of there. Now, I know Alex was very happy how his guitar turned out. And he even got, I only did like three sets of humbuckers. I rewound. I ended up selling the equipment because it was something I really didn't want to get into that much. And they were Duncan designed originally, and I still use the thing. So they still say Duncan designed on them, but I put some that I wound in Alex's guitar. And he said they sound great. So thank you, Tone. Thank you very much. Yeah, quite a few people have donated entire guitars for the cause, and so it doesn't, any part does not matter what it is, because they all get used, and that's just it. I never know what I'm going to be working on, so I don't want to say, well, I just want this, this, and this, because I may never ever have to use just that or that or that. So I learned a long time ago, anything, doesn't matter what it is. Greasy, I was talking about the Grovers. I'm sorry, Grover tuners. That the old Clouson style when you initially sent me them. You sent me 5, and I had that old guitar. It needed them, and I only had 5. Then following year, you sent me the 6th one. You found it, but that guitar is gone now. So, but I have all 6 for the next one. It needs them. So yeah, I am not picky on parts. Again, I'm good on Strat pick guards, so that I'm not worried about that. I am good on Strat pick guards, but everything else, potentiometers, switches, post, pickups, bodies, neck, and it doesn't matter. It all gets you tuners. It all gets used. What it does is pretty much help somebody who otherwise couldn't get their guitar fixed or couldn't even get a guitar. Greasy donated a guitar, Barry Rich donated a guitar, MPN donated a guitar. Now Tone is donating a guitar. And I am grateful for that, guys. Come on. Yeah, I remember opening that box. I was like, oh man, I need these tuners. And I was all excited, and I went through the box and I set them out. And it wasn't until later I counted them. I was like, oh man, there's one missing. Thank you, DJ. Yep, and they pretty much all got used. Yeah, brush this stuff away. I say, when I get them, like the other day, out of all those pots that I cleaned up, only one out of all those didn't work. And it was a push-pull pot that one of the lugs going in to the top of it was busted off on the inside. So I didn't even mess with it. Went ahead and just threw it away. But for the most part, probably 95% of everything I get works. I just, like the other day when I did the show cleaning up the pots, because that's how far down I am. I'm down to the ones that I hadn't worked on and worked with before. They were just there and needed all the cleaning. So, and I know backstage was worried about the heat transfer, so I checked them the next day, and they were all fine. Because like I said, I used that blade. It's still on here, matter of fact. I use that one like a knife. It's dirty now. But as soon as the solder starts getting hot, I'm not letting it build up on the pot. I'm getting a solder hot and then scraping it away like a knife blade. So I'll have to get a couple pure tones. Because I put them in no matter what. Wow, you're about a minute behind me on the screen from what I'm seeing. So we won't be this one. Wow. I'll have to get some more. Save that off there. And that's when I have to throw something away, like these. I save the washers, nuts, and all that stuff. Because you just, I mean, I'm serious. I never know what's coming across this bench. Throw that away. Clean that up. Yeah. These out. Haven't had two locking nuts on it. Locking washers. These pots. 500. Might be able to save the pots. Still turn pretty nice. Clean that threads off a little bit. Hold on. There is my little brush. We clean the threads off and spray these out. See what we end up with. Surprisingly, they are not all corroded like I figured they would be. Not worried about that hitting, and this is getting a paint job, so. Hey, Dave. Yeah, I'm surprised these aren't really, really bad. I figured these would be really. I figured these would be really corroded inside there, but they're not. Nice. There. There. So let me cut the wires off. Undo. Cut off for now. Spray these with the electronics. Then a little bit of oil. Capacitor on there. They're turning really nice, actually. Brush again. So I take the brush, do that, and then here it is. Scotch Brite. A lot better. See? And this is where I end up doing this to all the parts that you guys donate too, the pots. Clean all the threads off, clean the pot out, check it after it's all done. Then they just get reused. Yeah, but having to send that other donation set back and then the ones from Tessie Switch not getting a reply at all kind of sucks. Not, I mean, it upsets me, yes, but it's not hurting me. Instead it's hurting the people that are depending on this stuff. But you know, it's their parts. Do with what they want. But if you guys do have ones you want to donate, I will gladly accept them. Just email me there, and I'll get through to you where to send them to. And if you don't have parts and you want to help, even though I don't ask for money, but I've had at least two, if not three people didn't have parts but really wanted to help. So those were the only exceptions I ever made. And then I actually sent them the receipts of what I bought with the parts, even though they didn't want me to. But I'll do that if you guys don't have parts but want to help that way. So I'm just, like I said, it took me a long time to even ask. Because for years I took care of everything myself till I couldn't do it no more. I still was afraid to ask about it and finally did. Okay. Wow, those turn like brand new. Rag and wipe that off. There they are. There we go. Garguts, I think your original pots are working fine. So we're good to go there, sir. All cleaned out. Just a teeniest bit of drop oil right there at the top where they turn. Cleaned out inside. Not bad at all. So we're good to go. And this out of here. I'll put a new one of those in. Screws. Get the rest of this off there. Maybe. I could find the razor blade. Need that now. Put that back. Oh, there goes my DeWalt drill. See, that's what happens when you have a messy bench. It's up here. They're good to go. That's in there. Them in there. This up. Change this wire and this one, so I ain't worried about these two. And that one. Vortec. Got some surface rust in it. And in here. Spray it, see what happens. Probably just end up putting another switch in here, Garguts. But I don't have one yet, so I'll have to wait till I get one. I was looking for a razor blade. That's what. This back. MPN, you still here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, Peggy. Good night, Matt. I'm not an expert on that or other stuff, apparently. All right. I need the razor blade. What'd I do with it? I got more. Good night, Matt. Hey, by the way, those of you who are in here, if you like, well, it's got dirt on it now, but if you like this shirt, Mr. and Mrs. Mick made these possible. You can go in the description of this video or on the home page of the channel, click on the link and order a shirt or a t-shirt like this or a sweatshirt or a hoodie and now hats. So, and I still want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Mick for making that possible. I mean, it's again, it's something I didn't plan on doing, and she did it and even set the store up. So I gotta thank him for that. So Garguts, what is the paint we talked about on this? I honest to God don't remember. It's just on the floor again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I know we talked about a couple different ones, but I don't know what what we decided on. So let me get some cleaner. This off. Oh, I need to move the camera's way forward. Sorry about that, guys. Must have got bumped. Is that better? Wow, yeah, you guys are like a minute. Yeah, you guys are a minute behind what I'm saying to what I'm seeing on the phone. I just happened to go in the other room and look at it. I was like, wow, that's too far. That one's about empty. It's a little better view, ain't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Peggy. Well, if you have photos, Garguts, send them to me so we can figure something else. This will be like the third or fourth one that gets painted. The first one's going to be Rich's guitar, then Dane's. So you're in line. But I really, guys, I appreciate everything you guys did last night for me and the phone calls today. Like I said, I was on the phone from noon to about 4:30. A total of 3 different people today. Yeah, look at that. High quality shielding paint right there. That's why I still use the copper foil. Yep. Because all next week I'm going to be working on that paint booth and getting it in there, so I should have it ready hopefully by next weekend, if all goes as planned. We all know that doesn't always happen. That's why. Duh. Wrong one. Why is that not turning right? That's fine. Good night, Cheryl. Thank you for hanging out. Seriously. Appreciate it. Have a good night. And if Dave was here, he would say good night, Cheryl, too. It might send him screaming in the night with nightmares, but he would still say it. I'm telling you, she ended up not being a nice person. Yeah, his ex-wife, Cheryl. She really was bad to the bone. Evil, pure freaking evil. But didn't show any of that till after they got married. Okay, so we got this cleaned up enough to where wow, Garguts, look at that. Have to glue that back. Thought that was a paint crack. Here, the whole wood was cracked. That in there, fix that. That one's not cracked, but it don't look much better. All right. So we're good. We're ready for the next step of the body. That right there. Let's see what we can do with these. What I'll probably do is end up obviously cleaning these and then I have to clean the rust off the top. And then probably wax pot them. I do have new wrap tape. They're just stock Ibanez. No, no, I'm not painting them. Just want to clean the rust off of them. What I'll do is I'll wax pot them again, though. I'll actually wrap tape around them, wax pot the whole thing. There you go, Dave. Cool. What I said, anything you guys can do to your own guitars to make them yours, can't go wrong with that. Go over it with this one, which cleans these off, cleans all the dust off top. Then I go over with a lighter top. The lighter version of that. If I have to, I'll hit him with 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 grit sandpaper too. And then hit him with the buffer on the drill and make him look like brand new again. Just tape off. Tape. Trick this off. Started without breaking copper wiring. That's the trick. Even got this one glued. Look at that. Oh, they got each individual coil wrapped. That's neat. Look. They're wrapped even inside here, and then the coils are mounted to the bottom. Just covered with one strand. Kind of neat. Spray a bit of cleaner right in there. There it is. Ah. This with gloves on. But hey, figure it out. And one wrap on here. Just to be on the safe, because Gar Guts is a heavy hitter. And like I said, I'll wax pot these again. Just to be on the safe side, but I would say that's pretty quick difference. I didn't even polish the top. So. This one back. 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 That away. Back in here. I got all the King's Men playing in my head now. You're thinking Velhall? That just blows my mind that I actually wrote that song 38 years ago. I get that. It's all supposed to be up here. It goes down in. This. And just took the razor blade off the bottom of that pickup. Where'd I put it? This is the part about getting old. Getting old, I don't like. Quick stuff like that. Yeah. That's all I'm doing, guys. Look at that. Another rag. Yeah. Oh, big difference from what it looked like. Garguts, if you're not going to use these, you do. I've never put a Sustainiac in. I've worked on guitars that have them. I pretty much every one of Cole's guitars have them. I've never installed one. So we'll go by the book. If you do that, well, we'll do it. We'll do it here live and do all that. But if you want a killer passive pickup in the back, 7-string, go with the Seymour Duncan Black Winter. And the 7-string pickups are on Reverb very cheap. Because sadly, here in America, 7-strings are basically dying out. There are just certain areas in the country that they're still popular. Now, they are very popular in Europe. So, Where'd that go now? I keep putting stuff in other places. The Black Winters on a 7-string freaking sound unbelievable. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna take the tape off this one, put new tape on it too. So. The only bad thing about this and microfibers, man. Stuff wants to stick to these. I know a guy had a $4,000 Les Paul, and he cleaned it all up. He'd used one of these on the frets, and it went like that easy, stuck. And he started wiping the guitar down and didn't realize it was in there and scratched the crap out of it. Funny part was he's like, there was history between me and this guy as to some of the old photos I've showed you guys. You see that one guitar of mine, it says Twilight Zone. I didn't paint that. I had a guy that painted airbrush on Harleys, painted that for me. And this guy had this Les Paul, was a hanger on with bands. Nobody cared for him. No one liked him. But he hung out at all the band shows. Hey, can I play a song with you guys? Can I jump on stage? Can I do it? So Dave, I should have said this when Dave was here. He'd have told you about it. So he was like hanging out with us. He's like, hey, I'll take the guitars back and check them and make sure they're in tune and everything. I said, no, just don't touch my guitars. And then I was out at the soundboard. About 15 minutes later, I go backstage to get ready. And he's standing back there and he's like scared to death. And I'm like, what's wrong? He didn't pay attention to me. He went back, grabbed the brand new painted Twilight Zone guitar, put the strap on the buttons, which I didn't have strap locks on it yet because I just got it back from the painter. And he tried to mess around with it and dropped it. And the 3-way toggle switch got embedded into the body, broke the switch, embedded it, and broke something else. I was ready to kill him. And he actually left. And when I found out about it, he by that time he had taken off. And I was fuming. And then I didn't see him for years. And then I was at one of the stores about a year ago. And they're like, dude, you see what Chris did to his Les Paul? I'm like, what? They're like, well, we was going to call you thinking maybe you could fix it. Then we realized it was Chris. I'm like, what are you talking about? And that's how I found out he did this. They're like, we was going to see if you could, clean it all up, get the scratches out for him. I'm like, oh yeah, send it my way. I'll take care of it. So needless to say, I didn't get it. Because he had a Zach Wild Les Paul too. And I told him, I said, if I ever see you guys playing and I see it sitting there, it's going to hit the floor. I will just accidentally knock it off the stand. So I did kind of laugh a little bit when I found out what he did with the Scotch-Brite pad. And had it been anybody else in the world, I'd have said, bring it over, I'll take care of it. But because it was him and what he did to my brand new painted guitar, after he didn't listen, then took off after he found out I saw it, and hid from me for, God, I don't even know how long. He'd never come to any of the shows we were playing. If it was at the guitar store where I did my luthier training, he knew if he knew I was there, he wouldn't come in the store. Even if he ordered something, they said, hey, they call him up, say your parts are here, or your guitar is here. He's like, is Ron there? Yep, I'll get it later. But had he listened to me and not touched it, it'd been fine. Okay. There we go. It's the bridge one, neck one. Pickups are done, except for the wax pot. I'll do that. I do it tomorrow night because I got a couple more I got to dip in there too. Actually, I got a bunch. How many? I got a bunch that I got from RJ's Cave. He sent me like 12 or 15 or something. Rain alarm. 50%, 55% strength, 98% area. Okay. This stuff is great though. And you just can't get it anywhere. So I know you might be able to now. I've had that for a while. That was actually about twice that size. If you're not building pickups, then it lasts quite a while. But if you make new pickups every day or rewind old ones, a few times a week or every day, then you go through that stuff like candy. Yeah, I did it, and it just wasn't for me to pickups. I mean, sitting here making sure it was all guided and everything. I just I didn't feel like I was accomplishing anything. So I did I think three sets of humbuckers, so 6 pickups, maybe 4, but I'm not sure. Then the other ones got used, and the last set I had went on Alex's White Kelly. So I am done over here on the bench for tonight. Wax pot a bunch of pickups tomorrow. This is pretty cool. All right. Let me get back over to the desk. Break out a new can of that. I do go through a lot of electronics cleaner because I'm always cleaning up the donated parts. Get the solder off of them, clean the inside out of them. But they work. Oh. Next, okay, say this. Next Wednesday night show. I am going to be giving away a set of 4 Strat polishers. These are wides. So you can put 4 different grits of sandpaper on here. You don't have to change them. This is the new style. You slide the sandpaper in, and I will be giving these away next Wednesday, and I'll mail them out next Thursday. So this is that filament that's like different colors. So, and most frets today on new guitars are wide. So, next Wednesday, anybody in the chat is available to win them. I'll give them out Wednesday. All right, let me get back over to the other side. This phone so I can plug it back in. Phone's about ready to die. How far are we along? 205. Oh, pretty good. Found out that the Strat with the full floating locking Floyd nut works. And got Garguts' guitar starting to get worked on. Switch cameras. Here. There we go. Headphones back on. And we are good to go. Yeah, Bay Area Rich had bought some acoustic bridges and stuff like that, and he bought them and had them sent here for me because I don't do very many acoustics. I mean, I can. I've glued the backs back on them before, fixed cracks in the sides. Because that's all part of the training, but I just don't do that many. I maybe only do 2 or 3 a year. That's it. So therefore, I never really stocked up on acoustic stuff. And then one show, I had the acoustic here. I needed work, and I didn't have what I needed. And it's like a week later, I got an email saying that stuff was coming in from Bay Area Rich, and I didn't know what it was. And then it was a bunch of acoustic stuff. So the strings, 2 bridges, brand new bridges, a bunch of stuff. It was pretty cool. Russell, remind you got to go back over floating bridges. So, but yeah, this next Wednesday, I'll give those away, mail them out Thursday to the winner. And I will put like a 2500 grit sandpaper in one of them so you can see how it comes in now. You don't have to take them apart. The old ones, you had to take the thumb knot, the thumb handle off, pull the rod out, try to finagle everything in there. Now, with the way they are now, you can just fold the paper opposite ways and bend it, and it slides right in, goes right in place, and you're good to go. So, and they are wide, and they will work on most of the newer guitars. Unfortunately, wide's all the ones I've been making so far lately since the printer decided to start printing them right. But I can make medium, narrow, and extra wide. We will go from there. Where we're at here. Okay. So, anything else you guys want to talk about? Any questions, comments, concerns, or criticism? See why I can remember that now. I couldn't remember it before. I fixed an acoustic the other day for somebody. Actually, the funny part is I've done 3, at least 3, if not 4. Oh, Dave, I fixed Dave's acoustic. I did 3, if not 4 acoustics so far this year. And I think I only did 2 all of last year and maybe 1 or 2 the year before that. So thank you, Peggy. Yeah, that filament is like 2 different colors. So depending on what you use it on, it changes, Kind of neat though. And I'm sure, Peggy, when you win those Wednesday, those will work on your guitar you have the Floyd on, because I'm pretty sure that is the wide frets too. So, but most new guitars or newer guitars have wide frets. So that's why, and I never thought before. When I would make a set, I would make 1 extra wide, 1 wide, 1 medium, and 1 narrow, and then along with all the other guitar tools. And then Mr. Mick was the first one that got a set off of me, and he all of a sudden another thing of filament showed up. He wanted to know if I could make him a few more of the wide ones, because it's a lot quicker. Plus, that was the old style too, where you had to take the thing apart to put the paper in. But he had 3 or 4 different grades of paper on each one, which made it a lot quicker. Because what killed you on the older style was the fact that you had to take it apart to put the paper in. It was a pain. So now it's a lot better, quicker, and when you have 3 or 4 of them with your different grits on it, it doesn't take no time at all. And Mr. Mick has made the comment many times that his frets have never looked so good, felt so smooth as they do now from using those. And there's no mess, no metal polish, no wool flying around from the felt pads on the Dremel tool. You don't have it splattered all over the wall or anything else. You don't have to use the metal guards over the pickup or over the fret now. Just glide right over top, polish them perfect. So I'll give those away Wednesday, and then in about a month or so, I'll give another set away. I did download another patch for the printer. I haven't tried it yet, So they haven't did a new program for that. I think they said for 2 years, and then when they did the update over a month ago, it messed everybody's up. They've done 3 or 4 updates now in less than a month, trying to get that fixed. So I even tried to go back to the one before that was working, and it won't let you. They did release a new patch the other day. I downloaded it. I just haven't had time to try it, and I've just had that printer running pretty much 24/7, printing those polishers off. So, because it's printing them from the printer, not the computer. So, anybody have any questions or want to talk about anything in specific? Guess not. Yeah, I do too, Peggy, because I need to start printing some of the other tools too, because I want to give away my 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 big guitar maintenance kit prize would be 4 extra wide, 4 wide, 4 medium, 4 narrow, and all the other stuff to go along with it that I had printed out. Make it one big massive kit. That way it will cover any guitar you have from narrow to extra wide. You have 4 of each one. That'd be like the big giveaway there. David, you're sorry you can't think of a thing. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it will be, Peggy. That's why I want to get the printer hooked up, because it's weird. The printer, and I didn't know this, but I guess you could go in settings and click however many of different prints that you've done on it. It will store it into the memory of the printer. And I always knew it did 6. I think 6 or 8. But it ended up doing about 12 total that's on it now. And then I started looking into it, and you could set it to whatever, however many you want. It'll store that many. So if I'd have known that ahead of time, I could have set it to like 50 or 60 or 75, and everything I've printed on it would have already been on there, so I wouldn't have even needed to use the computer. Computer. No, not you. Go away. Computer. What's the temperature outside right now? 72 tomorrow, and it's 53 right now. All right, computer. Bye bye. Dave, you have a question. Have I ever installed Duncan Gus G pickups? That's a no on both of them. I'm just me, Derek. No more, no less. Regardless what you're hearing from other people, what you see is what you get. So, wait, let me have it on here. There you go. Go check out Dane. Visit my good friend Dane at Sims Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. I'm telling you, the guy likes to deal. If you like 80s style guitars, He's the one you need to see. He's got him. Good thing I don't live close. If I lived close to his store, that's where I would be daily. Now, my wife is extremely happy we don't live there for two reasons. She wouldn't like the heat, and she's already can't put the rest of my guitars up. So if I came back with more. But to be absolutely honest, she's never once told me I couldn't get a guitar or an amp or anything like. She's never once did that. I think when her and I got married, our our very first house that we rented, we had a year lease for it, and obviously, um, Cole wasn't born yet, so and then the first however long, they stay in the crib in the room with us. So it had two bedrooms. The second bedroom, come up the steps, went into that bedroom, then there was the bathroom, and then our bedroom on the other end. And that first bedroom you came into was a guitar room. I think I had 36 guitars then in 87. And there was 2 or 3 stacks in there. Microphones. I only had one rack mount effect at the time, and it was in between 2 cabinets on one of they were crate stacks, the St. Louis made crate stacks. So she's always known I've had a bunch of guitars, and she's never once told me I can't get one. So I gotta love that. And Peggy, you're right. I would have to rent another house or build an upstairs on the garage out there and just have it make my own guitar center. Except nothing would be for sale. All right. There's my Daily Dane advertisement. Now let me put this one up. So I think so, Peggy. I really do. We've been together over 40 years now. 39. This is our 39th year of marriage. So 2 kids, graduated 2 colleges. Both of them have master's degrees. So there you go. Like, oh yeah, David. The funny part was she was young. I was 20 and she was almost 17. Then she'd only been 19 for 10 days when she gave birth to Cole. So basically, Cole kind of grew up with us. Derek, you have a question? Go ahead. And like I said, Peggy, I'm positive she saved my life. Go ahead, Derek. I don't know, Dave, if you ever saw this photo. She doesn't like this photo. Here's a photo of her. I snapped it when we were in the garage. She was looking through a box. I just looked over and thought, wow, that'd make a good photo. So I snapped it with the camera. But for some reason, she doesn't like that. Well, like most women, she doesn't like photos taken of her. So, but that be the missus. That's Mrs. Gunner. And she does carry a pistol daily. And she knows how to use it. So there's that. Here's my hometown. You can see we are in the mountains. Do humpback Floyd nuts produce better tuning stability than a regular flat pad? Hmm. I that actually, well, you guys can't see my. You see the mouse, or can you? No, you can't. Clear over. You're looking straight at it. The very end of the right side, you'll see that big white building, then a big open field next to it. Clear at the back on the right. That was the International Harvester plant that I started working at. That's where I started working with my dad, 1984. Clear on the right hand side, big white building with the greenery, the field next to it. All right, get that out of there. And I can put this, wait, let me shut this off. About the parts. Plus, I'm learning more. I can do this. That little frame around here, or this one. So, Derek, I've only used the flat ones. So I can't give you an honest answer on that. But I'll show you that. I do want to, phone. Oh. Someone talked about these the other day, and I've had them on my Reverb favorites list for a long time, and I have yet to buy one to try it. But I might have to see what if it makes any difference. Because I've heard a bunch of stuff about them, and then I saw a guy who put one on, and he's like, well, didn't really change that much. Is it worth the money? He didn't know. Where'd it go? So hold on. Let me look at it here. Somewhere. Well, at least I thought I did. Here it is. The lock and roll nut. I thought about. I've had this one and the black. This is a chrome. I got a black one. They've been on my watch list now for almost 2 years. I have yet to buy one. So I don't know. And I saw where some guys say, "Oh my God, they're great." Then I watched another guy put one on. He's like, "Well, it really didn't do that much." But I can tell you this much: I do like the rounded edges of it. But is that worth $80 plus $14.27 to ship it? So the guy got that, wants to trade you back. So I don't know. I want to try one of these. It's just a compensated locking nut, so I don't know. Let's see, there's something else I wanted to show you guys in here. I don't know, Billy. I mean, you already got rid of the skull guitar or the George Lynch skull guitar before. I mean, so if you get it back, how long are you going to keep it where you get it back? Or trade it off again? Where'd that go? Where'd that go? Oh, Mr. Mick's not here, is he? Crap. I wanted to show him this one guitar like his. I put the Floyd on, but got the different neck markings. I really like this. It's an Epiphone, and it's a Barry Burst. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And the price, it's been on, how long has it been on here? It's a 2024 Epiphone 335. Semi-hollow. Blueberry burst finish. Basically a new guitar used once in the studio. You won't find a nicer example for the money. Lower 48. And I can't believe, I mean, here's the price. $49 to ship it. So that's about right. But check out the price, man. $4.99. Beautiful guitar. One of the back. There you go. The back got more of the purple on it. I just think that's a freaking gorgeous guitar. What else? Another photo of it. Yeah. I like the fading. Blue, purple to blue. And for $500 and only $45 to ship it, that's a steal for somebody. Last photo. Oh. Yeah, and there's not a mark on it anywhere. He's got photos of the sides, the back, top, front, you name it. It's freaking spotless. Look at that. To upgrade the pickups in this, not hard. What you end up doing, you use a solid core wire and you end up fishing everything through the F hole. Like you'll take them out, rewire it, then you got to put them back in the F hole and pull them through the holes they go into. I've done it. Hey, Ian. Actually, I did on the 335 I gave away, church guitar. This thing is just freaking gorgeous. and I can't believe the price. That and I was like, yes, a dark blue Seymour Duncan, and it's a Model 4 JB. I was like, man. But you know what? Let me look up here. Let me go. Let me do this. Reverb. Let me. Go. That's all filters. Okay, let's do this. Brand only. Okay. And then sort them by low to high. All right, now I'll share the page. This is that Squid Music. Unfortunately, out west, but oh, not that one. Let me come over here, share screen, share, then come back over here, add it. Okay. All right. So let's look through here. This is Squid Music and all their Seymour Duncan stuff. And they are the ones that order the multicolor ones. Look, there's red and black, red, hot pink, chartreuse. There's a light blue. I mean, these guys are great with what they order. There's a bright yellow, then the neon green, then a different kind of like in between of these two, right there. Another hot pink one. But they special order all these from Seymour Duncan. Anyone you guys want to look at? Yeah, Greasy. I've got a couple from them. There we go. Well, like that one, black with the gold, the Invader. But some of my favorites are the Black Winter, the Nazgul, and the Pegasus, and a Custom 5. Those are my 4 top Seymour Duncans. So yeah, they make some. They went up about $20 each. I think they were like all 119 before. Of course, I would never do a neon pink. Sorry, never, never ever. I like the combos, red and black, white and black. They even have the green and black somewhere. But yeah, you want to get the ones with there's white and black, yellow and black. Hey, there we go. I can do a Steelers guitar. There's a new switch. Whoa. Oh, hyper switch. Yeah, they order a bunch of different combinations. Excuse me. But yeah, I love the sound of the Black Winter. Jason Becker. Warren. There you go. I would be I would almost be half tempted to well, the Lawler pickups I got, those cost me $209 a piece. I mean, here's a whole freaking set right here for less than I paid for one of those. I ought to sell the Lawlers on Reverb and then turn around and buy 2 sets of these. Buy a whole chartreuse set and then buy a set from them and have them order them in orange like the ones MJ posted. Yeah, but these guys make killer pickups. Or order the killer pickup, sorry. So I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but I am hooked on Seymour Duncan. I've never had an issue with him. Everything I've ever been in the studio with has had Seymour Duncans in it. And there's nothing wrong with the Marzios. They're just I just don't care for their sound. But that's just me. I'm not saying they're bad. Where I got accused of saying they were terrible or they were bad, and I was like, no. I just said they're not for me. I prefer the Seymour Duncan sound more than I do DiMarzio's. And I know there's other people or people the other way. They prefer Seymour Duncan or DiMarzio over Seymour Duncan. Again, everybody, that's what makes the world go around. We all like different stuff. But yeah, I'll go back to the first. No, actually, I want to go back to the second. Well, no, right here. So if I can't get the Green Monster JB to sound right, which is what it is right here, JB Thornbucker 4. That's the exact pickup it's in the bridge right now, and I cannot dial in that sound. And that's why I've never went with 4s before. Here's a 6. I like 6, 5. There's a 6. I might put like a right there, Black Winter. Never miss a deal. I don't. Look at that, man. 5 stars out of almost 5,500 reviews. Yeah, that is probably one of my favorites. Love that color too. That cover, not color, cover. Well, I love the color too. Excuse me. Can't quit yawning. But yeah, it's just if I can't get that 4 to dial in, then I probably will sell the Lawler pickups and buy a set of these and just put the original black Seymour Duncans back in the metallic green Charvel. Yeah, these are interesting. The red and black. That's pretty cool. I do like that. The black and the neon. Black, black, black winter. Black winter. Nazgul. There's one. Standard spacing. Yep, it's pretty cool, man. Hmm. Wait, let's look up angle. Well, let's look up the Powerball too. Wow, there's a killer price for one right there. 1,500. I'm sorry, Engel is by far my favorite amp. It's just, I mean, it is just pure brutality. 2 grand. 2 grand. Yeah, 27. I think that's what I paid for mine. 2,800 when I got it when it first came out. See the Invader 150 when it first came out, it was 3,200. Now I don't know what they are. Dang, there's one for 2, local pickup only. That's what you hear on all the King's Men. Well, not that many out there, just one. And that lights up blue in the back. There's LEDs behind. Oh, I can do that. There's LEDs behind the tube. So when you turn it on, it all lights up blue. And then with the Powerball, it lights up red. That is a killer amp for $2,000. Local pickup only. Where's it at? Falls Church, Virginia. Hmm. And something like this would be worth getting the 2 or 3 year warranty on it. You have 3 years, you end up paying extra $219, but man, if anything happens, it's covered. Because not every amp repair shop can fix Ingles. There's only four of them in the United States. One of them is here in Ohio. Hmm. All right, let me stop sharing this. Out of here. Get out of here. Go. Yeah, this is the place in Ohio that fixes them. And they take people, send them to them. They do pretty much anything. And they are only one of 4 certified repair places in the United States for Ingle. So no, Peggy. I got the only thing I would be amp wise that I would be interested in would be the 50-watt EVH. That would be about it. I'm pretty well set on amplifiers now. Well, actually, I have been for years, but I didn't tell my wife that. There you go. Well, that B52, the red one right there, that had I'd put all new tongue salt. Well, I didn't put it. I had to put in brand new tongue salt tubes all the way through it, and then he hardwired everything in there. And they're biased really hot. That thing's got like killer tone, 100 watt or 100 watt, the AT100. So, and even the cabinets are great cabinets. Just their speakers are terrible. You just put a set of good speakers in the cabinets. You're good. Well, Rock Daddy, you did that. You still in here? Rock Daddy went and bought the head and the whole stack, and then changed the speakers. And he's like, it sounded great. He must have left. Oh, let me switch because this is gonna die out on me here. So let me switch mics. God dang it. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? I hit the stupid mute button on there. In the headphones, even with the mute button on, I could still hear it. That's why I didn't catch it. All right. Thank you, Ian. No, what I was saying is I want to thank everybody who reached out to me today via telephone calls or text messages, and I thank you for everything. You guys know what I'm talking about, so thank you. That's pretty much it for now. Tomorrow, like I don't know if you heard me say that, we're going to do the wax potting and garguts. I don't know if we'll end up using your pickups again in your guitar, but we're going to wax pot them anyhow. So everything will be good to go. So any last questions, comments, concerns, or I've lost again. Questions, comments, concerns, or criticism. There we go. All right, everybody. We are going to call it a night because I'm still trying to catch up from basically the no sleep last weekend. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, yep. So we will do, wax potting and a couple other things. We'll figure out something else. I'm happy that the thing with the Strat worked, and we'll check it again tomorrow to make sure it's still working, which I don't think see why it wouldn't. And I don't have that many Floyd nuts to do it. If I had like one extra, what I would do is go ahead and sand one, get that angle off and sand it flat, and leave it on there and see how that works too. But I don't know, we'll figure something out. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for the hangout. Thank you for all the comments and questions and everything that went on. Again, you're all the biggest stars in the world. And that's how I feel. So with that, and why is it's not the mouse, it's the pad. It's like, okay, so let me go back to my intro, outro. Thank you, Mr. Wood, for this. Everybody, good night, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. We'll do it at 9. Good night, all.